Wowee, that sim is irresistible. Beth has a major crush on Alexis. Looks like Alexis is leaving now. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Take care. I love you. Hey kids, welcome back to my Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge Empty World variation. Take on the original challenge with a little bit of a twist. Everyone is living through an apocalypse and it's up to just one family to rebuild all of society from the ground up. If you're interested in the rules of this challenge, check out the links in the description of the video. And now we return to the plot taker household late on a Saturday evening, and our Legacy family founder, Angel, is checking in on his bee box and getting stung, so we're off to a great start. We're going to collect the swarm of bees, and although our garden is still glitched out, we're going to use the bees to pollinate the few plants that we have that are working correctly, because the only thing we have left to do in generation 1 of this challenge is to grow 8 perfect quality plants. Ooh, our cow plant has its cake out, which means it's hungry, so let's go feed it. All right, let's address the elephant in the room here. Yes, I am decked out in official Sims merch that I have purchased out of my own little pocket. In fact, I have been wearing official Sims merch in my last 2 videos. I figured there's no better time to break the new merch in than recording a Sims gameplay video. Angel and his oldest daughter, our heir-apparent Beth, are going to do a little bonding. Angel's going to impart his knowledge on Beth by sharing his outdoorsy tips and discussing interests. Perfect, this is what we were looking for. We now have a sentiment between Beth and Angel. Meanwhile, Angel's other daughter, Bonnie, the youngest of the 2 twins, not only acquired the logic skill, but she also made it to level 2. In the last episode, Bonnie and her twin sister Betsy became best friends, and it looks like they both have the deeply connected and adoring sentiments for each other, although Bonnie's adoring sentiment for Betsy is really only half full here. Wonder why that is. Speaking of Betsy, there she is, awake before 3 in the morning, making a mess outside. Cool. And this is the 5th and final member of our household for an introduction if you have never met them before. This is Penny Pizzazz, Angel's wife and mother of all 3 of the plot taker children. Oh, it is the first day of winter. Now that Beth is a teen, she has to contend with acne. Luckily, she's feeling confident despite her acne growth. That being said, I guess we should start paying attention to her skincare routine. It's a new day and I was hoping our garden glitch fixed itself, but no luck on that front. Basically, all of these dirt mounds used to be full grown and flowering plants, but as you can see, most of them still look like I just planted them. That being said, there's still some significant gardening work to do, so we're gonna have Beth start on harvesting these plants. Since she's a teen now, she's acquired the gardening skill for the first time, and a very quick level up to gardening level 2 for Beth. Angel is awake in time to evolve a few of the plants in the garden. These 3 tulip flower plants are now excellent quality, so more than halfway through on our journey to becoming perfect quality plants here. It begins. Nothing beats the feeling of crushing that final boss level. Whenever Penny is gaming, Penny is at one with the universe. Oh my god, Penny. My rule is that I should say yes to every one of these likes or dislikes and trait swaps unless it's for the founder or the heir and detrimental to their goal for the generation of the challenge. So I guess we'll go with yes. I believe as a default character, Penny actually has a relatively high video gaming skill, but after living on an off-the-grid lot for most of her adult life being married to Angel, she's actually become a technophobe. I can't believe she's into gaming now. Uh-oh, Penny looks tense. Melting my brain from technophobe lifestyle. Okay, girl, you know what? Who told you to become a technophobe gamer? You can't have it both ways. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. It's free for you, gives me a little hit of serotonin, and allegedly helps the YouTube algorithm recommend my videos to other people that might enjoy them as well. I saw a teenager walking by our house and invited them in hopes of making a new teen friend. Uh-oh. Beth is tense from experiencing puberty. Not a great mood to be in if you're trying to make a new friend, honestly. Oh, what's happening here? It looks like Dorothy is flirting with Beth a little bit. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, it looks like Beth is just way too tense to pick up on what Dorothy is putting out in the universe, however. Ooh, yikes, not good. I've invited in a few more teens. One is Alexis Flex. This is Marcus Flex's son. And the other is Jillian Richards, who became Beth's friend sometime during the last video. Looks like Beth is in a much better mood to be making some friends, and all the teens are sitting around the kitchen table gabbing. And Betsy, being the social butterfly that she is, she's doing her best to participate and hang with the older kids. Meanwhile, Angel is fertilizing his very barren garden. I wanted to take a photo of Beth's new friend Dorothy, but I did not know that she was going to pose in the bathroom like this. That moment when you realize you're posing for photos in the bathroom and fully realize the cringe factor. Beth took a little time out from the conversation to make a salad. Oh, ew, Beth, please don't pick your ear. No. And it's even worse because you literally have a guest watching you do this. Oh my God, Beth, you should be ashamed. Well, on the plus side, Beth just reached cooking level 4. Scratch that, cooking level 5. Wow. Oh, our guest is grabbing a serving of our earwax salad. Listen, Alexis, it's your funeral, man, okay? Taking a photo of our new friend Alexis Flex. Okay, we're taking a good few shots here. This one looks like he's Subuni. You know, eventually we do need to start looking for possible future partners for Beth. Maybe Alexis can be a candidate. It looks like Beth and Alexis have snuck outside to discuss some secret stuff. We're giving Alexis some props. We're telling jokes. Oh. Impending teen drama interrupted by the Void Critter Queen herself, Betsy. I got in a fight with someone at school. Back it up, we'll fix it. I got in a fight with some kid about which Void Critter is most powerful. I said it was Articorn, but he kept saying Swintor. Which one is it? I can either go with Articorn, a non-committal answer, or Swintor. I think that Betsy is asking Penny, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really think that Penny cares to learn the names of any of the Void Critters, so she's gonna pick the safe answer. Meanwhile, do not mind Beth dipping her toes ever so slightly into the lightest of romantic interactions by asking Alexis his romantic orientation. Ooh, Beth tried to give a romantic gift, but Alexis hated that rose. Attention, attention, abort, abort. Aw, she did get a rose back, however. Now, did he just re-give me the rose that I gave him that he hated? I got my eye on you, Alexis. Alexis gave Beth a thoughtful gift with an expression of love. I will always be here for you each and every day. My love for you will continue to grow forever. Okay, calm down, lover boy. You just met each other today. Meanwhile, Angel has evolved 3 plants in his garden. All the while, Beth is flirting up a storm with Alexis. She's even thinking of getting married. Okay, too soon, girl. Alright, it's getting a little late into the evening, so before we say goodbye to Alexis for the day, I'm gonna give Alexis a key to the house to encourage him to stop by and see Beth whenever he wants to, and then we'll see how things develop from there. Oh, looks like Angel's dad radar went off. He's casually inserted himself into this private conversation his teenage daughter is having with a teenage boy underneath the moonlight. Angel's third wheeling has sufficiently killed the vibe. Mission accomplished, Angel. Okay, listen, it may be 1 a.m. in the morning, but when an inspiration calls on a composition you're writing, you must answer. Oh my God, Beth went from being very energized to hysterical. Okay, Beth, it is too early for you to die, so stop what you're doing now, sleep it off. The cowplant's cake was out, so Penny's gonna go feed it. It is early morning and the kids are screaming because there's another monster under the bed. Angel heard the commotion in the girls' room and has come to spray the monster. And all the noise looks to have finally woken up Beth. Looks like Beth is asking Angel for some advice. Feeling forlorn. No one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? You know, I've never really noticed this, but the last option's pretty messed up. Life is pain. Just keep going. So I'm going to select people like you. Just look around because It's so true. Not only is her family lover, she's got a few budding teen romantic interests. You know what one of the funniest glitches in this game is? When you queue your sim up to eat and then queue them up for exercise afterwards, they try to multitask both items at the same time, but they just end up running with food in their hands. Best to queue up after a workout and not before or during. The best thing about this is that they can't actually eat as they run, so as soon as they stop, they start chowing down. Ooh, it is the first time I got a high school pop-up in this challenge. I think what I want to do is send Beth alone and then just cancel going to school like I normally would. Bonnie is gonna go feed our chicken, collect some eggs, and then smother the chicken with love. Aww, adorable. Beth is helping out in the garden. Who is this? Oh, this is our new friend Alexis Flex. It doesn't look like we have any romance bar with him, but he did react positively to some of the light flirting from the night before. Alexis Flex thinks Beth Plottaker is swell and wants to become best friends. Okay, yeah, you can be best friends, and then we'll see where things go from there. Beth has finished her guardian duties and is coming to chat with her new best friend Alexis. Oh, just got our bills. The lot taxes were 520 simoleons, but since we live in a tiny house with reduced bills, we owe 502 simoleons only. Oh my god. Here comes Angel to third wheel the conversation again. Wowee, that sim is irresistible. Beth has a major crush on Alexis. You know I got the process started with a little bit of the light flirting the night before, but the game concurred. At the very least, Beth is crushing on Alexis, even if we don't know how he feels about Beth. Angel antagonizing Beth's male friend and them both getting a negative sentiment is just so true to life. Oh my god, look at Beth's body language. It's giving, why are all these adults getting in the way of my quality time with Alexis? Okay, I've got to get Angel out of here. Let's have him feed our cow plants. Look at that, our second cow plant just grew in. Exactly as I had originally intended. Angel is busy disciplining the twins who have both decided to make a mess outside. So Beth is gonna take this opportunity to whisper to Alexis about her crush. I kind of see this like she's admitting to having a crush on someone that she just recently met, but is just conveniently leaving the fact out that the person that she's crushing on is Alexis. You know, that little game. Looks like Alexis is leaving now. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Take care. I love you. We've got a broken tub on the premises, and while it would be easiest for Penny to fix it with her maxed out handiness skill, Beth is probably going to need to be handy for the next generation as the heir apparent. To help her along, we're going to have Penny mentor her in handiness. Angel has also squeezed himself into this tiny bathroom to complain about the puddle. Mom, get Dad out of here. He's stressing me out. Dear, why don't you go change out of your beekeeper suit and I'll make sure to coach Beth through this repair. You're doing great, honey. Actually, it looks like Beth's given up on the repair and the tub is still broken, so okay, let's just try it again, and Mom is gonna mentor her again. Okay, we did it this time and reached handiness level 4 at the same time. I've spotted another teen loitering outside. Beth is introducing herself to Nash Gita. I'm gonna talk about handiness. Tell Nash all about the tub you just fixed with your mom's help, Beth. Oh my gosh. Wowee, that sim is irresistible. Beth has a major crush on Nash. We weren't even doing even a little flirting this time. Beth's just crushing all on her own. Let's play it cool, a little, okay Beth? You know, just do some friendly interactions and then let's, compliment Nash's appearance. You look really great in that Scout's outfit, Nash. Oh, really? Hey, thanks. Anyways, I'm going out for a run. Oh, okay. Bye. Have a great workout. I had Beth sit down to grab dinner, but then another teen sim appeared outside our house, so she's introducing herself. This is Iggy Pancakes, son of Bob and Eliza. I think Beth is probably on cloud 9 here after basically crushing on 2 sims in the same day, so she's gonna confess about a daydream about her crush to Iggy, who certainly did not ask for this level of detail about Beth's life. Beth just just attained the gourmet cooking skill by speaking with Iggy. The Bob Pancakes genes are strong with this one. For those of you that are unaware, Bob Pancakes is a base game townie in The Sims 4 in the culinary career. All right, Beth is really tired, so it's time to say goodbye and go to bed. Oh man, the monster under the bed is back for the second night in a row. Looks like Betsy woke up her sister Beth to ask for help, and in classic plot taker behavior, Beth got out of bed and promptly just exited that room to go study a plant in the garden. Okay, Beth is back, spraying the monster under the bed, but not until she complains to her dad about the twins waking her up. It's almost Betsy and Bonnie's birthdays. Both of our cow plants are hungry, so Angel is going to feed them this early morning since he's up already. Angel is fertilizing the plants, and luckily it looks like our garden has finally recovered. All the plants are back to full growing stages, although it did take a few in-game days to get there. After fertilizing, I now have a spliced plant that is excellent quality. After going outside to help her dad with the garden, Beth got this pop-up. The greenest of thumbs. Beth is flourishing as much as her crop of germinating plant friends. Is this budding emotion a sign that she likes gardening? Since this really has nothing to do with Beth's future aspiration, we're just gonna go ahead and say yes. Since it snowed overnight and we have a nice layer of the white stuff on the ground, I'm gonna have the twins make a snow pal together. Beth just spotted her pal Julia Richards and came out to say hi. All of the plot taker children are chatting with new friends, although I will say that Beth's conversation with Jillian about her new crushes are probably a little different in nature than the conversations Betsy and Bonnie are having. Okay, oh wow. Two things happened at once. First, Beth got the great reputation trait, yada yada yada, something about receiving phone call invitations. Should Beth be interested in dating, a great reputation can help with that as well. Romantic introductions now have a chance of starting a relationship off with heightened romance. Aha. Also, Beth is now hysterical and we need her to calm the F down. Oh my god. Beth has a crush on Jillian too. I mean, I support my new bi queen, but that's a lot of crushes to have in a short amount of time. It's possible that Beth has a type, and that type is anyone in a Scout's uniform. If Jillian is going to be one of our love crushes, however, we can't have her looking like a random townie. Let's make sure her outfits are cohesive. Her everyday outfit is quite cute. Actually, most of her outfits, aside from the formal wear, looked good, so I did a very quick little makeover, but I did add in some winter accessories and switched up the pants for her cold weather outfit, so now we're working with this. Jillian wants to be best friends. I mean, we'd be displacing our old best friend Alexis, but since I want to get along with Jillian, we'll say, of course. We're going to ask Jillian about her romantic interests, see if she's even into girls. I'm still exploring, trying to figure stuff out right now. Okay, exploring is good. Okay, I'll let them chat a little bit and just see what they do on their own. Beth took a page out of a middle schooler's handbook for flirting and shoved some snow into her crush's face. This girl has zero game at the moment. And with that, I think we'll end it here as Beth and her third and latest crush, Jillian, have a snowball fight. Thanks so much for watching, kids. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye. Today I am using a lavalier mic, which my friend let me borrow, so if this video sounds really good, let me know because I will continue to try to use it or purchase something that seems relatively similar. Otherwise, there is another mic option that I will probably use in my next video and we can see if that's any better.